is unnecessary. Real strength is saying, I don't need you to understand me to know that I'm right with myself. Real strength is walking away, not because you're wrong, but because your peace is worth more than their perception. And what makes this moment so powerful is that your clarity didn't come from external validation. It came from internal alignment. You didn't earn this peace through approval. You earned it through honesty. You faced situations that could have pulled you into arguments, explanations, or emotional chaos. Yet you chose silence, stillness, and self-respect. That's a level of maturity most people never touch. When your conscience is clear, no misunderstanding can shake you. This is why tonight holds such weight. You've crossed the threshold where proving yourself no longer matters. You're not trying to win anyone's approval. You're too busy becoming someone you can be proud of. And because you know who you are deep down, the world is about to start treating you differently. Not because you forced it, but because your energy no longer makes room for anything less than truth. Your body is in grief. Your spirit is in celebration. There's a unique kind of exhaustion that appears right before someone steps into a new version of themselves. The kind of fatigue that feels heavy, confusing, and strangely peaceful all at once. It's not burnout, and it's not defeat. It's a signal. Your body is letting go of a version of you that can no longer continue into the next chapter. When you stop fighting your own truth, when you finally choose yourself, when you refuse to shrink, when you break an old pattern, your system begins a detox. It releases tension you didn't know you were carrying. It lets go of emotional armor you've been holding for years. And that release doesn't always feel light or easy. Sometimes it feels like exhaustion, disconnection, or a deep need for rest. You might feel tired because you've been holding yourself together for too long. You might feel unmotivated because your old identity is dissolving and your new one hasn't fully settled yet. This isn't weakness, it's transition. It's the moment before the breakthrough where everything unnecessary falls away. It's the emotional exhale after months or years of internal pressure. When people say the old you is dying, they rarely talk about what that actually feels like. It's not dramatic or glamorous. It's the quiet fatigue that comes from releasing roles, expectations, and emotional burdens you carried without recognition. It's the sudden sensitivity that comes after years of being on guard. It's the emptiness that appears right before your life fills with something better. This tiredness is not a setback. It's confirmation. Spiritual exhaustion isn't a sign of failure. It's the evidence you finally stopped betraying yourself. Everything inside you is rearranging because of what you've done. You're not drained because you're lost. You're drained because you're shedding the weight of who you no longer are. Your spirit is celebrating the breakthrough, even if your body hasn't caught up yet. And as this ending unfolds tonight, your energy will begin to stabilize. The fatigue will lift. The clarity will return. And you will feel the unmistakable shift into a version of yourself that doesn't require the exhaustion you once tolerated. Because of what you chose, they get a chance now too. One of the most overlooked truths in spiritual growth is that your decisions don't just alter your life. They alter the lives of everyone connected to you, directly or indirectly. When you chose not to repeat a pattern, you didn't simply break a habit. You broke a chain. And chains don't just bind you. They bind generations. The courage you showed, often in silence and without applause, is something most people never muster because they think healing is a personal journey. But healing is a ripple. It travels beyond you, carrying the impact of your choices into places you may never see.